Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Jennifer and I like to try things out. Some of the things I try out are new to me, but may not be new to you. So if you've done some of these things that I'm, doing videos on, go ahead and put a comment below. Let's have a conversation and you can tell me what I'm doing wrong because I am not a professional. I am just kind of winging it and let's see what happens. That's the kind of person I am. I like to jump in the deep end of the pool and try and figure out how to swim. But seriously, there are things that I'm curious about in my life that I want to try and do. Again, that may not be new to you, but are new to me because I've never done them before. And I just want to share the experience with you, and maybe, I don't know, I'll improve along the way as I learn what I'm doing, my techniques, because I don't really know what I'm doing. I'll watch TikTok, I'll watch Instagram, of course I'll watch YouTube to try and figure out, some of these things that I want to learn how to do. And today what I'm doing that has piqued my curiosity is distressing jeans and fraying jeans. So I have a pair of jeans right here and I'm going to go ahead and distress them and fray them. Some things that I just, thought would maybe be a little bit logical is don't go out and buy a new pair of jeans and immediately want to distress them, because if it doesn't turn out the way that you want, then you just went ahead and spent, I don't know how much you spent on jeans. It could be a lot of money though. Some jeans are like $200, and then you're like, oh man, I just spent all that money on these jeans and I screwed them up. So what I did was I went to the thrift store and I actually found these Lucky brand, which I thought was like, yay, score. And also I got the advantage of somebody breaking them in for me, so I don't have to worry about, taking all that time to break them in. And I thought, let me go ahead and distress these. When I was looking at them, I had noticed that there were a couple like defects in the denim. So I went ahead and thought, let me just go ahead and maybe put the distressing where those defects are, so maybe they're not quite as noticeable. That was my thought process. Or that could just be any jeans that you have, if you decide that you don't want to get rid of them or don't eat them, you could just go ahead and distress them where their natural defects are at. So that's what I thought with these jeans. But also with these jeans, they're so stinking long. Like, what the heck is going on with these jean makers? And they make these jeans so incredibly long. I'm 5'6", and I put these jeans on. Maybe I should have measured the inseam. I don't know. I put these jeans on and I put a line right here where I want to cut them to fray them, so they're not going to have a finished edge for me. Literally where this line is, all the way to the bottom, my whole foot could fit here. Like, who is this tall that can wear these jeans? I don't think I'm that short of a person, at 5'6". I think that's a respectable height. However, I still have probably, let's see, my hand, probably at least 5 or 6 inches to cut off of these jeans. So, oh well. So that's what these jeans are gonna look like. They're gonna be a little bit shorter. Something nice about these jeans is that they are actually like a really nice denim, kind of a thicker denim. I think that's something that you want to consider when you're going to go ahead and distress or fray your jeans. There are jeans that have like the elastic in them that are like that thinner denim, but these are a nice thicker denim. It doesn't have like really any stretch or give in them. So you maybe want to consider that also when you're going to go ahead and distress jeans. These also have some distressing on them already, which is nice, just around the pocket edges, as you can see. So the videos that I watched, either off of TikTok or YouTube, they recommended that you go ahead and mark out the area that you want. So I'm going to go ahead and tilt my camera down so you can see what I'm doing, or what I did, a little bit easier. I went ahead and marked out the areas here, as you can see, where I want to go ahead and cut. And the thing that I noticed with the several pieces that I've watched is you want to have like a couple rows here. You don't want to have just like one slit and just leave it as one. You definitely want to have one or two. You could have three, you could have five. It just really depends on what kind of look you're going for. And you want to go ahead and make sure that they're straight lines. That way, you know, you're not cutting them at an angle. You want to go ahead and have the lines as straight as you can. And you can do it in many different ways. You can do it like I kind of did mine like offset, where they kind of almost all have the same starting point. Or you could do like one longer, one thinner, one longer. It just really depends on what look you're going for. Now, this is going to take me a while because I've actually marked out a couple spots on these pant legs that I'm going to go ahead and distress. I'm not going to make you watch me do all of that because it's going to take a while. So I'm going to kind of do a little condensed version on what I'm doing. I will wash them, and then after I'm done washing them, I will show you how they actually turned out. But I will go ahead and turn my camera back down so you can watch me do the cuts and the initial fraying, just to give you an idea of what I'm doing. So if maybe you want to go ahead and do that to your own jeans, you can go ahead and do that. So let's get started. Okay, bring it back here so you can see my line. I did measure it for my height. I have with me for doing all of this is a fork. I do have fabric scissors because I do sew occasionally. And then I also have tweezers. So let me go ahead, give this a cut. With the fraying is only at the bottom of the pants. Here, let me pause it real quick. So the fraying is only at the bottom of the pants, like I just said. And if you wanted to do a pair of shorts, if I can squeeze in here, if you wanted to do a pair of shorts, the same thing would apply. It's just, you know, obviously shorter. Where the fork comes in, that's where you're gonna go ahead and separate it so you can get this. See how it's fraying now? You wanna go ahead and work it. You can work it with your fingers, maybe wiggle it, or you can take the fork, wish me luck so I don't stab myself with the fork, to help loosen it. Oh yeah, it's kind of loosening. I can kind of see it as I just stabbed my finger. So beware when you do it yourself that you could poke yourself when you're doing it. I just decided to put this towel down just to go ahead and protect the table surface here. Wow, it frays really good with the fork. Look at that. Look at these strings already with that. And you can, if you wanted to stop your fray so it doesn't continually fray, because there's no like barrier or line or dam or anything, you could, once you get it frayed to where you want, just run a bead line across here on the sewing machine just to stop it. That's something to consider too. Also, like if you're doing shorts with these pants, I'm not gonna do that. I have a sewing machine. I'm not gonna go ahead and do that because these jeans are actually still pretty long on me. I cut them to where if I wanted to wear them with heels, I could. So they are still slightly long on me. But that's pretty much it. I think you can kind of see what I'm doing here. The fork just really helps manipulate the threads and just move them. Wow, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Okay, so that's just the front of the pants. So I'll flip it over and do the back. Again, be super careful with the fork because I already poked myself once. And I'm just kind of pushing down, like, you know, with it just to loosen them, to give it just that frayed look. And it's interesting too because as I'm doing it, you can see the threads coming. or you could just pull them to help speed it up faster. You know, the fraying, I just don't know how much fraying you would want on your pants. Again, I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm playing, I'm having fun playing. That's what I'm doing. Let's go with the word playing. I'm playing right now. Yeah, that's it. So I'm gonna distress this probably a little bit more. Just wanted to show you this process. So let's go back to my other one that I had on here. So on my pant leg here, you can see I have some lines here. I have some lines here. And I think I have some right here. So just to keep it in perspective, I'll go ahead and cut these lines so you can watch me separate those just for the distressing part of the jean. Something to consider when you're doing your lines, you could also fold your pant leg in half when you're doing that. Just make sure you have it like the tube in half this way, not in half folded this way, because if you do that, then you're going to cut through the front and the back. So make sure you have it as the tube where your arm is in there, and then just go ahead and grab it and cut along the line. Or if you don't want to do lines, you don't have to do lines. If you just want to wing it, you could do that too. These are your jeans, so they're your art masterpiece, whatever your art masterpiece calls to you. Let me go ahead and give it a snip. Can you see me there? Yep, okay. Dook. And I'll do another one right here. And this one's a little bit smaller. Do that there. So you see I've got the layers here. So what you want to do at this point is just similar to like with the fork, you just want to work it with your fingernails and get this fray out of here, because you want the strings across. You want to go ahead and try and pull out these little guys in here. But you got to manipulate it and maneuver it around to get them out. And that's why you need 2 slits and not just like 1 slit. Look, that really helps it. I'm just kind of moving it like in a twisty motion just to go ahead and loosen it. And that seems to be working really well. Let me do the one on the bottom. Wow, that works really good. So you want to pull out these little fibers right here. Let me see if it's too much. I can pull it out. There we go. Boom, there's one. And this is going to take a while because, as you can see, look at how many fibers are in there. So I'm not going to make you suffer through a whole super long video on how to do that. So I will just show you what I'm doing right here. They just come out actually quite easy after you do that. So if I didn't manipulate it and I tried to pull the strands out right here, they don't pull out as easy. So yeah, that's definitely important to wiggle it, to go ahead and loosen them, to pull them out. Oh, that's kind of fun. It's kind of relaxing. I'm gonna make a mess here. I'm gonna make a mess here. Oh, you can see it right here already, separating me, giving me the nice distress lines that we want, that we're looking for. Wiggle it just a little bit. Wiggle it as it moves. I'm making my daughter laugh. She likes to watch me do my videos. She's like, I just have the silliest stepmom. You can hear her giggling at me. I always tell her and my husband, I'm here for your entertainment. Yeah, you can totally see it separating right here. I'll do this whole band and then I'll just go ahead and speed the film up or the video up so you don't have to sit there and, you know. I just wanted to give you a really good idea of what I'm doing and how it's looking and what to expect when you do it, because you know, this is my first time doing it, and watching somebody do it versus doing it yourself can always be a little bit different. But you can see the nice threading coming through on there. This isn't as bad as I thought it would be. I thought it would take a little bit longer.
Is that their fry?
Oh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. How does it go on the fatter band? Oh, they pull out just the same. Well, that's kind of fun. So I am gonna go ahead and finish doing this. I was gonna go ahead and run the video where you could watch me pulling them out, but I think you get the idea after, you know, watching me do a few. I'm just gonna go ahead and pause the video. I'm gonna go do all my other slits and cut the other side of my leg that I didn't cut off here where I have the other line, and I will wash the jeans, and I'll probably come back to you tomorrow giving you an update on how they look, so that way this isn't like a 30-minute, an hour-long video. So right now I think we're probably at like 25 minutes. Anyhow, thank you for watching, and I will be back tomorrow. Here are the jeans. I washed them, so it took me a lot longer than I expected to go ahead and pull out the threads in between the, you know, the sections that I cut. So it actually took me quite a bit longer than I anticipated. It is my first pair, so maybe I'm just a little, you know, need to get into my groove when I'm doing it. But I did go ahead and have 1, 2, 3. Oh my gosh, where's the other side of the jeans? 4, 5 to go ahead and pick out the fibers or the threads or whatever you want to call them. So it did take me a little while to do that. The fraying on the ends of the jeans actually turned out really well too. So I only washed them once, and I did, excuse me, I did go ahead and put them in the dryer as well. There is a little bit of cleanup that I'm going to go ahead and do. As you can see on the frayed edges, those are pretty long, and I don't want to keep it that long. And then also something that I wasn't expecting was not so much on this one. This one actually turned out pretty well, but like here's some on this one. There's some loose end strings, which I think I'm just going to go ahead and cut those. On this one, it's a bigger cut, and I don't know, maybe it looks crappy. I'll see when I put them on if I like it or not. A couple of the strands or strings had broke, so I just went ahead and tied them together. I'm going to see if maybe they stick, and then maybe I could just go ahead and cut off the edges. Otherwise, I'm really happy with how my jeans turned out. I think I'm going to go ahead and keep doing this. Maybe buy some jeans from the thrift store and then just go ahead and, you know, add holes to them where there might be defects in the jeans or maybe stains. That would be a good one to do. If you get a stain on your jean but you love the jeans, just go ahead and maybe distress them where the stain's at. What else was I going to say? There was something else I was going to say. I don't know. It left my brain. Welcome to being almost 50. That happens quite often where you're talking and you have an idea and then all of a sudden it's gone. So, oh, I know what it was. So something else I thought about after the fact, after I did the other video, was go ahead and stand in the mirror and maybe have someone else mark the jeans for you. Because, you know, if you're standing there, I mean, I guess you could do it, but, you know, having someone else help you maybe mark them, that might help. Or also, if you see a picture of a jeans, like in a magazine or, you know, wherever you see a pair that's ripped and you're like, ooh, I really like that style, go ahead and maybe try and mimic that too. Again, I think I'm correct in saying you want to go with the thicker denim instead of having like that super stretch, like thin denim, to go ahead and try and distress. I think it just works better with the thicker denim. So let me go ahead and move my camera. And you can just see that I'm going to cut just the edges off. I got my scissors. I even brought the tweezers back out just in case I needed them. And also the fork, just in case. Otherwise, I'm super happy with it. If you have any comments, just go ahead and drop them below. If you have any suggestions, please drop them below. This is my first pair of jeans I've ever done. So, like I said, I'm real happy with how they turned out. But that just could be because it's the first time I ever did them and I don't know how to do it. I'm learning. Just cut the threads off. I've seen jeans where they also distress the fraying, like where they cut it up and then they go ahead and pull the fibers out. I'm not sure what I think about that look. I'm okay with this fraying look. But, you know, your taste, my taste has changed over the years. Some things I liked before, I don't like now, or vice versa. I might leave a couple. I think I'm just going to leave a couple on here, just not a lot. I just didn't want the real long ones because I didn't want to have to trip over them. And then like these, I think this is just kind of ugly right here. So I'm going to chop them off. I got my smaller sewing scissors out for this. And I think they're pretty much ready to wear. Oh, this is where the knot was that I tied the knot here. Just go ahead and chop it. Give it a snipperoo. And I did come across a pattern when I was looking at after I cut these with you all already. I came across a pattern which I think I might try, and I don't really want to spoil it, so I might have a second video coming in the future, maybe in the springtime, since it's the fall of 2022. My camera's a little crooked. I might go ahead and try and do the pattern that I came across this spring. If I do, I'll go ahead and do another video, but I would really appreciate your comments below if you have any suggestions or something that you think might work better than what I did. I realized I moved the camera and you weren't there. I don't want to over edit my videos. You know, if I do something kooky or say something wrong, I'm just probably just going to keep it in my video because that's how I am. I'm a pretty mellow kind of person. I just want to enjoy life and have fun. And if you want to enjoy life and have fun and want to see the stuff that I'm trying out that's new to me, that might not be new to you, just go ahead and keep watching my videos. I'm also on Instagram under Jennifer Tries That. On Instagram, I do a lot more food stuff. I have more lifestyle, like family stuff. So you'll see my sister, you'll see my daughter, you'll see my dog, you'll see my granddaughter. So yeah, on my Instagram page, you'll see more of that. If you're interested, which I hope you are. Ooh, is my camera gonna fall on me? I think my camera's gonna fall on me. I would say also doing this, you want to probably give yourself, depending on how many cuts you make in your jeans, don't be in a rush. Make sure you set aside enough time to do it so that way you're not rushing when you do it. And it can turn out, you know, the best however you want it to turn out. And you're not like, ugh, I rushed that project, because I know I've done that before. Procrastinated and waited too long. Other than that, I think they're done. So thank you again so much for watching, and I will definitely see you in my next video. So you take care of yourself and you have a fabulous day.